Hello.
Hey, Russell, good to see you again.
Hello again.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Thank you
You
for
may
taking
not know
another
about.
pitch call. You've just been supporting us like crazy. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
I have.
appreciate it.
You may not know these two though.
Oh, I do. I know. I definitely
Well, I know
do.
Sylar. I was just looking at Mutant X. I just pulled it up because I do not know what Mutant X is, but I remember
Next is
Sylar
that
from
the guy
Heroes.
that can like get every other X-Men's powers, right?
Is
What?
this a Marvel thing?
No. It's actually something that separate.
Yeah,
Character,
I
not
looked
even
up
from
Mutant X and I see
Marvel.
a TV series from 2001. I was like, is that what this is? So I don't know what Mutant X is. It does mention in the Wikipedia something about Marvel, so maybe it's somewhat related. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, but
All
very
right.
familiar with Sylar.
Yeah, brain
Okay.
guy, clockmaker guy. Yeah,
Takes everyone's
I know Sylar.
powers. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get started,
What's the
shall
actor's
we?
name again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, hold on a sec. Okay. Sylar versus Gabriel Ashlocke. My death battle pitch. Note, before we begin, aside from Heroes, which you may be more familiar with, maybe, Mutant X is a show from the early 2000s, which has nothing to do with X-Men, that I promise. That
Okay.
said, it's a show about superhumans created or genetically engineered, at least by an engineer organization called Genome X. And the superhero humans called mutants strive to protect their fellow mutants from the organization.
Okay.
And Sylar. Sylar is a character from the late 2000s series called Heroes by NBC. Sylar is a bad guy who has the ability of intuitive aptitude, something like that, which lets him copy abilities of other superhumans, the evolved, if I recall correctly. Anyways, though he realized he could do it another way at a later time, he still powers through killing his prey to take them, making him a wanted criminal.
Yeah.
Gabriel Ashlocke. Gabriel Ashlocke is a character from the show Mutant X. He is also known as Patient Zero, and he received his powers through genetic engineering by Genome X. And apparently, if I recall, he did take over the company at some point. He has powers of all categories of four categories of superpowers mutants have, and his goal is world domination. Though he has a genetic fault that is killing him.
Interesting.
Genetic. Both are named Gabriel. Silas'
It's
first name
true.
is
Yeah.
Gabriel. They are the main antagonists of live action superhuman television shows. They are obsessed with becoming more powerful. They believe they represent the next stage of evolution. They possess multiple extraordinary abilities. They are constant enemies to teams of heroes. They use psychological manipulation. They are charismatic and terrifying. In contrast, Collector versus Snatcher is a superior being. Sylar steals powers, while Ashlocke has of them at the beginning. Serial Killer versus Conqueror. Hidden Monster versus Open Ruler. Trusted Humanity versus Ideological Certainty. Silas struggles with questions about identity, guilt, and redemption, while Ashlocke is more committed to his vision and less conflicted about his goals. What makes this massive stand up for the others? I can say that this is a battle of charismatic, manipulative villains with a lot of powers. One gained powers from stealing, and the other already having his powers. The charisma era, charisma and psychological manipulation will come to play here to make it more unique. The fight could also represent more TV shows that are obscure from the 2000s. One from the early 2000s and one from the late 2000s. The latter part about the early 2000s and late 2000s maybe not matter much, but while I do not know much about your view about obscure characters, I can say Death Bell could use more obscure characters of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why I like it. I always had interest in Heroes a little since it came out, even though I did not watch the show that much. That said, I think a character like for the show, especially Sylar in this case, should be in a death battle, and I wanted to see that happen. I know there's all for one for My Hero Academia as an opponent for Sylar.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
but the former is just too powerful for the latter. And I saw an ad for Mutant X in my teenage years, and I thought the show looked cool, and upon further research, I thought Gabriel Ashlocke from Mutant X would be a better opponent for Sylar. What I'd like to see for this matchup. Aside from the two using their abilities acquired on Sylar's part and already applied on Ashlocke's part, I do think it would be cool to see a psychological manipulations on one another. I'd like to see the fight begin with Sylar searching for Ashlocke to obtain his powers. I would like to see you do you to do these characters justice, despite their more obscure nature. I would also like to see how Ashlocke deals with Sylar's stalker nature as Sylar tries to kill Ashlocke.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Interesting. Yeah. So what's funny is I actually started rewatching Heroes like a couple weeks ago. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, you're muted, Ben. Randomly. I loved Heroes until it got not great. But I was like, I was just feeling it. So I've been rewatching Heroes. And so
first season of Heroes is very interesting. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was save the cheerleader, save the world.
Save the world.
Yeah.
So originally it was like Sylar, like a serial killer, and he's like, had to like cut into people's brains to study them like a clock to understand how their powers work, and then he could do it. But then
rework his, right?
Yeah. But then later he could just like see people's powers. Do you remember, Russell? I'm trying to remember what he gets to later.
Peter gets a different way of taking powers. I don't think Sylar ever does he? Is it Peter? What's the other guy's name?
Peter Petrelli is one of the he can also, like, when he's near somebody, he can then do their powers.
He can touch somebody and take their power, but it replaces it. But then later on, he's able to like get a bunch of them together, and he has a big fight with Sylar, and that's later Heroes where it gets all crazy. I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
I'm just trying to figure out can Sylar, like, without like opening up his brain, take Mutant X's powers? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Well, wait. I mean, okay. How does Gabriel's steal powers again?
He
just has them all.
He just already has them, right? Like, he doesn't steal them.
Yeah.
He's like the ultimate mutant. He's got the powers of all the different ones.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be stealing each other's powers per se.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Sylar could like kind of figure out how one of his powers works. That could be an interesting aspect to it, is like the puzzle solving element of it. Like, can he figure out a way to like counter it with his ability to rewire his own brain or whatever it is? Yeah, that's interesting.
It is.
I'm just looking at like all the different powers that they have, and they've got a lot of similar powers as well, like telekinesis, telepathy, shooting lightning, etc. So interesting. Okay. I'm looking through Sylar's wiki page to see if it mentions that he can take it.
This has got to be a challenge, huh?
Absorb them or something. Yeah, there's a lot. But it'd be cool because it'd be very much a sort of like I see it as kind of a rock paper scissors type of matchup, right? Where we have to take all these different powers into account and like how they apply them and be like, okay, what potentially beats what counters what? Is there anything that could like completely overwhelm the other one? So there's just a lot of different pieces to look at, and that's a really interesting comparison. So I dig it. It's a neat idea.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I never expected somebody to bring heroes to one of these pitches. It's very fun. I mean, I don't even know that I would necessarily call it Heroes niche. It's just old. Nobody talks about it. Yeah, it's one of those shows that was like it was huge, and then I mean, it's kind of like Game of Thrones, right? It was like huge, and then it just kind of had a falling off, and then nobody talks about it again, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'd never heard of Mutant X, so this is interesting.
No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the characters from Mutant X are from Marvel. Although there was a Marvel comic called Mutant X.
Right.
It had to do with the X-Men.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I thought we were doing. I thought it was X-Men Mutant X, but no, this is interesting.
I don't know specifically, but looking at its wiki page, what it looks like is happening, or what I'm guessing happened, is they wanted to make something kind of like a mutant show, but their own thing. So it uses the Marvel license to mutant, because Marvel owns the like mutant superhero thing. Yeah. But all the characters in the story are their own. Because like the main character alters the density of his body, and I don't think that's a normal. That's not Mutant X.
Yeah,
like that's not Mutant X is from Marvel, so I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lawsuit about this once.
Really?
Videos. They thought
interesting.
Yeah, they thought that they were copying the mutant thing.
Well, Emma DeLauro, a teleempath. Like their own version of Emma Frost, but she's Emma DeLauro. So like I'm getting okay, I'm seeing it. I see what's happening here. That's very funny.
Yeah, it sounds like this matchup makes a lot of sense. Like
it does. Well, I don't want to keep you going because I know you have other things to do.
Perfect timing too. We do have to jump to another call right now. So like, excellent. This
always
has
great
been fascinating
talking with you, Russell. This is super cool. Thank you.
What a now I'm just like, I gotta look into this Mutant X thing. Like, what the heck's going on over here?
Yeah,
I know how you feel.
All right, thanks so much, Russell.
Have a great day, Russell. Bye.
Bye.